romaine, butter crunch. That's romaine. That's been harvested numerous times, and this is coming. If you look, you see a lot of the stems are tall because I've been harvesting it, but it's still tender, so it's good. Fava beans. This one gets the least sun out of all my fava beans that are down in the garden. This one and this one, and look at all those beans clusters. So these are considered cool weather crops, and you don't want them to get too hot. Same thing with peas. Those peas are huge. I should be getting a ton of peas this year. Gotta guide these inside, or else I won't be able to get to them. There's one cherry tomato plant. I like to let this get under the trellis and kind of give me a little shade, more shade. More fava beans. There's some peas back there. There's a big head of romaine way hidden in the back. Same here. I like to throw some in the, in pots too. Sometimes if somebody comes over, I just slice the whole thing off at the bottom and give them the whole head. And it's just, the flavor is just incredible. Radishes are doing well. These are breakfast radishes. I'm trying a different one. This is the basil box I made for Tina. And that's more basil. Basil doesn't like a real lot of sun, so sometimes I help it with the produce crate. This is marigold, and that's just I had some wild flower seeds. I just threw them in there instead of spending, $50 for flowers and planting them. Potatoes. Peppers. You got to prune those back a little bit. Mint. It's like a marigold volunteer coming up. Volunteer means it comes up on its own from like last year, or just was lost in the soil. Thyme. And I think those are rosemary, because I planted them both and just kind of got them mixed up. That's just a mishmash of stuff. There's more fava in the middle. And chard there. That bed does the best. It's the most sun, but it also suffers the most when we get like the 90-degree temps. There's the wren, morning wren. Of course, it's going to stop singing now. But they hang around in the garden all day. There's the song. The male is singing somewhere, but they'll be in that nest. They come every year, they make the nest and raise babies. That's the song. So that's the chard. They got onions in there. I just took all the, sorry about the camera bouncing. I just took all the broccoli out of there, and I planted more chard. Chard freezes nice, so I like growing a lot of chard. All those narrow beds around the edges are all mostly tomatoes. There's some more favas there. Those are kind of, they're not really doing too big. There's peas and favas there. And there's a bunch of favas there. And there's more favas there. And there's a ton of peas there. That's onions, and I planted yellow and green summer squash in there. And then I put some thyme in the ground there. So thyme is not supposed to survive our winters outside, but this yard is shielded from the cold wind in the winter, because that's east. And it usually, look at this carpenter bee, thinks it's wood. It's composite. It's not going to happen. Anyway, so I'm kind of like one zone higher here because of the way the house is laid out. My garden tends to tolerate stuff that needs a little bit of a warmer climate. That's it. That's the deck garden update for the day.